Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see who we have here. So we have three people, two invisible and one. So in that case, maybe we should have 1,000 people, 997 invisible, 999 invisible, one visible. Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Good of you to join us. I know you represent 10,000 other people who couldn't make it tonight. So tell me, what's on your mind? why don't why don't why people don't see us? Why our live stream goes from 20 to 2 and back to 8, 9 instead of like 20,000? We do have good content, don't we? So what's going on? So unless you guys want me to talk to myself, show up, say something. I'll just drink my tea. Hmm. All right. I guess I should go for my walk and come back later. Nobody's participating. That's all right. I'll watch a movie till you guys show up. Yeah? Lovely tea. It actually has a very calming effect, this dandelion tea, roasted roots of dandelion. It makes me kind of want to sleep, especially if it's after dinner. So, so please don't all of you speak at the same time, one at a time, because I get confused. There's too many questions. What the hell is wrong with you guys? Where are you guys? There is a savior. Birthal Barum is here. Thank God. I'd be talking to myself. And Rahul is here. Rahul, what are you doing here? I thought you were on your way to go to your wife now. And Birtu M Male 32 India, thank you for that. And good morning to you too, Rahul. 10:30 a.m. in India. Rahul says, I will go on Tuesday, sir. Okay. All right, good. Well, funny enough, there's so many videos that I should trim and I haven't gotten to, and there's so many good contents I know in every one of them, and I'm trying to get to them so I can trim them as a separate video and put it up for you with the title for it, so it could be useful. But tonight I spend quite a bit of time trimming one, and then realize that I've already done that. It's already uploaded. So there's so many that I should have dated them each when I download them to a file, so I could then trim them. Rahul says, "How are you today?" I said, "Well, actually, I'm okay. I've been I just didn't do much. It's Saturday. I had my live stream. Then after that, I went for shopping some food items and did some work, and here I am. I'm a bit lazy to go for a walk tonight. I don't know why. Maybe I'll just do a in-place jogging on my balcony. I'll be faster, and maybe do some exercises. But mostly what I'm interested right now is to have tea. And Rahul says your videos are very precious for each of us and helping a lot. Thank you, Rahul. I'm delighted that the videos are helpful to you, or some of you, or as many. And there's so many other videos I have to trim and get different questions as one standalone video and title it so it will be helpful. But sometimes I find it a bit lazy or discouraging because our live streams, I expect it to be like 1,000 people here, but we never get over it. Like, especially lately. Before, we used to get over 32 sometimes. Now, like, we hadn't hit 20, 21 for months. Yesterday, was it? Today we hit it. It's just unknown. I don't know why. So I don't spend enough time on it, I guess, because of that. Because I was expecting that because of the content that we have, which is, I have to say, without being facetious or egoistic or um, boasting about it, I think we do have very good quality of topics and content. I was hoping that more people would find us. Somehow we are lost on YouTube, whether it's purposely we are not being found or just because algorithm, we don't know what to do with it. I don't know. But obviously, I know we are not visible because when I typed in breakups, for example, I was number 32 of all the other channels. There were 32 other channels first that had the word breakup in their description till it got to me. I was 31 or 32 and 35, like two pretty much close to each other. But it took you had to scroll so much to get to my videos. Even though some of the videos ahead of me had less viewers than mine, but somehow they were up. So I really don't know how it works. Dev says, good morning, Mira. Good morning, Dev. Guys, please don't forget to give me the credentials to help me to know or place you guys. Age, gender, which country, so background, if I know which country, cultural background can help me a little bit. Age would be very helpful. And gender would be very helpful to know how to address you properly and tailor make the response to your gender. So help me out with that. Dev says, I'm from India, 19. Thank you, Dev. But Dev, I don't know names in all languages if it belongs to a man or a woman. So, like right now, I know you're 19 from India, but I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Marlon Vegas says, I'm 13 from Slovenia. Boy, thank you for that. But dear, if you're 13, I want to make sure that your parents know that you're here because this channel is not for 13-year-olds. It's for adults as far as the age goes. So if you don't mind, please ask permission from them and let them know that you're on this channel. And at least then I know there's some kind of a supervision there that they're aware that you're here. And Rahul says in the last 6 months, I'm so much defocused, unfocused in my life. Only positive things I'm doing is my job. Good. Don't lose that, Rahul. I don't care what happens, hell or high water. I don't care what you see, what you find, what you feel, whatever happens in your life. Don't let the job be suffering. Do that number one. Because every power that you think you have, you can buy a toy for your daughter, you can call your daughter, you can go see your daughter, or even travel to see your wife and have money, all because money. Hmm? Don't let the job be affected because of the breakup or any kind of a relationship challenge or whatnot. Don't let job be affected for any reason. If somebody has OCD or subsets of OCD, intrusive thoughts, whatever, relationship breakups, whatever your problem is, do not allow it to affect your work, your job, because they don't give a shit. If that goes, then you can't recover or handle whatever it is that you're trying to handle. You got to keep the money and the bread on the table, and your hand can go in your pocket and money can come out. Then you have some kind of a facility to do whatever it is that you want to accomplish. So I'm proud of you that you haven't allowed this matter between you and your wife affect your job. Keep your head relaxed and focused on your job. That problem is there even when you finish your job, so you don't need to think about it while it's your job time during the day. When you finish, you come home, you can think about it and what to do. But don't allow anything disrupt your work and your money making process. So Marlon says, "Hello, you look like Braco. How are you?" Thank you very much. I didn't know who Braco is. I looked it up. It's someone that doesn't talk or doesn't touch anyone, doesn't say anything, doesn't diagnose anything, just stands on a podium and gazes on people. It's a self-proclaimed healer. That's what I found out. But yeah, it does have a resemblance to me. But I don't look like him. He may look like me because I'm older than him. But I'm not blonde. So yeah, there is a resemblance here and there somewhere. But I don't gaze at people. I don't gaze. Just let's see what else does it say. It says Josip Grabavak, better known as Braco, sometimes called the Gazer, is a Croatian self-styled healer. He does not touch, speak to, diagnose, or treat the people who come to see him. Rather, he stands on a platform and gazes. That's convenient. Hopefully that, I don't know, that works. Anyhow, so Michael says, Michael C says, do you drive a Volvo Broussard? Michael, I'm in Vancouver. Where are you? I've never driven a Volvo. I don't own one. And don't 43 UAE. Michael, you're in UAE and you think you might have seen me in a Volvo today. What's wrong with you? What's going on? Or you have a satellite zoomed on me. Uh, mm. Dev says, I'm facing a breakup again. It posted for me year 1 month. What? But it's kind of not totally over. I'm confused. Oh, see, you're 19 years old, Dev. You may break up and then find another girl, break up again. Who cares? You're learning. So don't think, oh, it should have never happened because this is the woman I'm going to marry. No, you're 19. None of that is going to happen. You're going to go back and forth to different girls and different relationships until eventually you're old enough to know who you are, what you're looking for, what kind of a mentality you're looking for, what kind of a looks you're looking for, and then you will find her according to your standards. Right now, you don't have any standards. As long as she looks at you and smiles at you, you say, "Oh, that's a girl." So it's okay. Break up, no break up, doesn't matter. And Michael C says, "You own a gas station or a convenience store?" No, you're in UAE. How could I own a gas? What the hell are you talking about? Uh, Michael, I don't know what you've been smoking. So, Habibi, doner kebab, mashallah. Okay, I think you're having fun. So, why don't you just have a little tea and take a nap and then come back? Marlon says, my grandma has some painting of flowers. Ah, Marlon and Michael, are you guys trolls? Are you trolling me here? Because what you're saying really doesn't make sense. So, Marlon, why don't you go and clean up? As you say, you did something in your pants, yeah? So, why don't you go clean up? Or maybe I put you on yeah, I think you're trolling me, Mike. Marlon, that's very unkind. All right, there you go. You go on a timeout, and let me put. Mhm. Michael says, lame guy, Michael C. Then he says, this is censorship. What? That's not censorship. You want no censorship, Michael? You seem to be in a playful mood. Okay, here's the censorship. That's the censorship. All right. Cricket lover says you ignored my comment. Did I? No, it's because sometimes when you guys write a comment, I can't be writing all day. So many questions. everything comes to your head, you just write it. Come to live stream and ask, and I make a comment. Otherwise, it's a little bit inconvenient. Michael C. makes another comment. I'm smoking fettuccine Alfredo. Okay, looks like, Michael, you don't belong to our conversation tonight, so why don't you enjoy your time somewhere else? We haven't had trolls for a long time, and I don't have any toleration for that. So if you guys just want to go somewhere else. Oh, we have so many trolls. We've got another one. Bathurst and Harrisburg, dirty sextennial, whatever, sextennial men's club. It says, do you piss in jugs? No, what I piss is in people who are disrespectful, and I block them. That's what I do. Um, Dave says, Maven, you ignored my comment on this live stream too. Let me see, where's your comment? No, because we probably have been busy with these two trolls, so I've been missing comments. We'll get to it. Hang on. Again, Dave. Mhm. So, Dev says I'm facing okay. It says my girlfriend went for higher studies in other city, which is 3 hours apart from where I live. She went there on 2nd December. We were ready for long distance. Okay. Says our family was involved. Mary and our entire family knew about each other. We also went on a trip. We, you mean the family or just you and her? And Dev says she went on there on 2nd December, and due to this, she wouldn't call me much. It was totally dry. She used to go out with her friends, used to go to the pub with them, but wouldn't give me time. Uh huh. So why would you want to be with such a woman? Obviously, she's not interested or the kind of interest that you hope she would have. So you got to have respect for yourself. You're 19 years old. Shouldn't run after girls. If she's not paying attention to you, you stop. It's a long distance, 3 hours anyhow. What good is it? The families know about each other. Who cares? The families can, influence the girl or the boy a little bit. But eventually the girl is running around doing her own thing and the guy is running around doing her own thing. So don't think just because the families know about you guys, then that means she belongs to you and all. Just let her come after you. If she doesn't see the quality in you, if she's not ready, or you're 19 years old, you shouldn't be looking for something permanent anyhow at this age. What do you want to do? 19 years old. So you with her 1 year, that's 20. Then what? You have a job? You finish your school? You got any money? Does she have any job? Any money? So how you go? So there's nothing. It's too early. So if she breaks up with you or she comes to you or doesn't come to you, doesn't matter. Don't give a damn. Go to the next girl. Even though she's away, you're still willing, but she's not giving you time, then forget it. Don't hang around. You hang around, then suddenly you see she says, "Oh, I'm marrying somebody else," or whatever. It's okay. So right now she's not here. You do your own thing, like you don't have a girlfriend. So let's go to Cricket Lover. Let's see. I don't have a question from you here. You're talking about on YouTube comments, yeah? Cricket Lover says, "Hey, Cricket Lover, what happened to your, remember age, gender, and so on? Put that in so I remember how old you are and where you're located." Cricket Lover says, "Hey, why thinking like marry a girl and getting physical with her give me anxiety now?" Oh, you've never had it. You've never had such experience, maybe, and it could give you anxiety because you're trying to make sure, oh, I am this or I'm not. Because I don't know the background. I don't remember. You guys think that because you guys talked to me for a while, a few comments here and there, I remember what you said and what your issue may be or not. So I don't know if you're talking about relationship or you're talking about OCD, HOCD, whatnot. So I don't remember to make a comment according to what you think I should know. So I don't want to keep rambling and guessing. So make it clear or yeah, Rahul, I blocked them. I'm learning to block them. A cricket, I did read it, but it's not clear as I mentioned to you. Either make it clear for me what the question is. I can't remember what comment you made in what video, what I said last time. I don't. There are hundreds and hundreds of emails that every day I'm facing with. Either I answer some or recommend to them to come to live stream. Because believe me, guys, if you don't treat this as a handbook, something that can help you, and instead you expect service every time you send an email, it's not physically possible. There's so many emails coming. So I ask everybody to come to the live stream and ask the question, and I would be happy to make a comment. But I got to know what you're talking about. I don't remember from last time with comments and whatnot. Dev says, I used to call her multiple times, which eventually used to frustrate her. I spoke with her mom. She said she was irritated there, like she didn't even talk with her parents. Okay. What would you like me to say, Dev? This between you and her, and she's there. She's not responding. I can't, you know, can't talk to her. So I'm just telling you, you're 19 years old and she's gone for a study somewhere. She's not responding to text. Then don't respond to her text until she texts you. Let her miss you instead of you thinking, oh, I got to keep in touch so she won't run away. She's my girl. So I got to protect her from all the other guys. You can't do that. It's her decision. If she doesn't have that commitment, you can't put it into her. So leave her alone until she comes around. If she doesn't, you move on. Rahul says, should I give gifts to my wife? Yes, why not? Doesn't matter if she comes back to you or not. It's a gift to the mother of your child. At least she will always think what a nice person you are. Yeah? Don't give it to her for her to come back to you or whatever. Give it to her regardless. Because you did something wrong, yeah, to be fair, and you want to make sure she will recognize that you're trying to mend the situation. Yeah. So should I give a gift to my wife or only give gift to my daughter? No, both. Now that you're going there and we've discussed today what things and what energy and what attitude you should have, then yeah, buy her a gift. Buy your daughter a gift. Both. Don't try to, kind of show power. Show love. If she doesn't respond to love, she's not worth it. If she doesn't respond to power, she's surviving. She's standing up for herself. It's two different things. So go with love in your hand. If that doesn't work, then you know you did your best. At least you could maybe take a few times, but at least you know you were being a good man. So if it didn't work, she will always think of you, well, but he had this nice thing for me and he did this nice thing for me. When he came to see me, he brought this gifts. He was so apologetic. Why did I not respond? You want to leave that kind of impression, not to keep going and fighting and yelling and screaming. And why would she want to come back to anyone who's like that? She doesn't have to. You can see that nobody has to. So come down off your, you know, you got to be diplomatic. You got to know how to deal with women that you love. You can't force them, coerce them, push them, threaten them, or be, abusive. It won't work. Why should it work? Would it work on you if she would be like that? You would eventually find a reason to leave. All right. Hi, Gust. Says, I'm 27 years old from Canada. Ooh, Canadian, eh? Where in Canada? Canada is a big place. From where I am to the other side is 5 hours away plane. So could you narrow the uh, so I'll get to your question as soon as I know your which part. So I am 27 years old from Canada. My wife left me for her boss. Oops. He used to come to barbecues at our home. My kids call him dad now. Oh, Jesus. I was so stressed, I got a hernia in my small intestine and have a colostomy bag now. Oh, gee, that's very unfortunate. You shouldn't allow things like that to get you physically sick. You just somehow deal with it and move on, find a happy life for yourself. If she's not going to be committed to you, if that's the kind of woman she is, no worth you thinking about it. Ah, Cricket Lover says 21 male India HOC. Thank you for that. See, now I have a little bit of an idea what you're talking about. This is from August, the fear of becoming. Yeah, Cricket Lover. None of them have anything to do with your changing in any way, shape, or form. It's all anxiety, misfiring of the signals from amygdala, giving you danger signals for no reason, and the intrusive thoughts showing up, and the caudate nucleus malfunctioning in the striatum. So these are all anxiety based. It's got nothing to do with what you're really suspecting. So relax a little bit and educate yourself about what HOCD is and how to treat the intrusive thoughts that they show up. Try to calm the mind by meditation, bring the activities of the mind. Obviously, amygdala is overactive. The prefrontal cortex constantly making up things in order to match up with the danger signals it receives from amygdala and can't find any context. So it just picks up what's most important to you and finds that that danger signal must or could be only matched with topics about your identity and sexuality. So puts a narrative of that kind to that emotional signal that has been unreasonably, I mean, for no reason, sent by amygdala. And then you take that narrative, say, oh, this is why this emotional signal was sent. So, see, I am changing. No, none of that. Just to learn about what HOCD is. I put the links of psychotherapists and psychologists in the videos that I have, description of the videos that I have created. So watch the discussion about HOCD and watch the videos that I've put together and educate yourself and then be able to deal with the intrusive thoughts as they show up. Not that to follow intrusive thought that you show up because, oh, intrusive thought showed up and it showed up from my brain and my brain is me. So what it says is correct. Now I have to prove it that I am or I'm not. I have to accept none of that shit. It's an apparatus that has gone rogue in certain ways. And that's why many people in the world have mental issues. Some in the way of OCD, HOCD, harm OCD, pedophile OCD, or non OCD, something else that is just simply another difficult mental issue, behavior, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, you still fall in love with the girls, but the reason is you're preoccupied to come to a conclusion, to bring certainty. What is this? What am I? And these questions for you is necessary to answer, but it's not necessary to answer. You don't even have to go after finding anything about it. Just treat it as an intrusive thought and deal with it and rewire your brain so it would not be so sensitive about thoughts that show up by you recognizing that thoughts can exist, but they're irrelevant to you. They can be of any topic. But doesn't mean just because it happened by your brain and it's shown up in your head that means anything to you and it's related to you. No, it's thoughts. Same thoughts that other people could say that you don't know anything about them. You don't consider what they say and anything about you because they're separate from you. You should consider your brain as well the same, separate from you. So what it says, what it shows up in your head is irrelevant to you, even though it happens in the screen of your head. But again, it's a separate system, just like if it's somebody else out the other side of the street. You don't know them. You don't know what they say. What they say is not involved you. Same thing here. The only difference is that this one is close by here, that one is out, but they're both outside of you. They're not you. And that's how you should look at it. So don't be bamboozled. Remember, guys, I have a site, mindthatseekstruth.com. Mind that seeks truth.com. You're welcome to go there and make an appointment for Skype consultation, and we can discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. Here, I can only go through a few minutes of discussion about something to give you a little bit of a quick notes and maybe make it easy for the topic to be understandable or some guidelines. Otherwise, for in-depth discussion, we need to have those appointments to handle them. All right. Dev says when she was here in December and we spoke, we cleared out things. She said that she couldn't concentrate on her studies. She felt free there. Also wanted the space, wanted alone time. Okay. Take your attention away from her. She said that she want to be with me even though she broke up. Don't give a shit what she says. So you wanted to break up, this is it. I don't care if you want to be with me. You breaking up, you're breaking up. That's it. Bye bye. And she used to hug, kiss, and hold my hand. She used to say she wants to be with me in the future. But look, you're 19. So how old is she? 18, 19, 20? Same age. She doesn't know what she's talking about. At this moment, when she said those things, she probably meant it. But at this age, you're dynamically changing. So that's what she's feeling, not with you anymore. Okay. You too. You too. you as well. You should also say, okay, that was one option, but I don't have to be with her. There are better girls that I can have when I better myself. I'm just 19. I don't have anything to offer other than myself. The way I look, the way I talk, the way I treat them. But later on, I'll have an education, I have a job, I have a little bit different opinion about myself, a little different education, more capabilities, more wisdom. So it's going to be different, and I will attract different kind of girls. Don't think, oh, you have to hang on to this one. That's the last chance. Oh, don't be like that. When you're like that, that's why they think they can do better. They go somewhere else. I want my space. Yeah, okay. Have your space. All for you. Uh-huh. Dev says, I was like, when I used to come close to her, she used to say, I want some alone time. But then she herself would come back and hold hands. That's okay. These are just, don't interpret them so heavily. And Mr. Erifald is here, says 27 male Chechia, says, can you give me a small pep talk? My ex that cheated on me, you're still on her, you're still on that. The pep talk is coming. Bring your head close and put your motorcycle helmet on because I'm going to bash this heavy on your head. If you're constantly thinking about some ex-girlfriend who left for whatever reason, cheated on you, which is even worse, get your head out of your ass. You cannot see clear unless you take your head out of your asshole. Otherwise, all you can see is nothing. Darkness. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Bring that out. You can see there's a world out there, opportunities, so many opportunities, so many amazing women, so many amazing people to get to know and build a new mechanical process for yourself in life, build new things you want to do, create new routines, bring new order in your life, new friends, new things you like to do. Life doesn't end with just one girlfriend and one relationship, and this one happened to be, creme de la creme, of the whole thing and just gone cheated on you. What the fuck is that you're hanging on to her? What? Oh no, please allow me be between your legs. I don't want the other guy to be. No. You just say, that standard doesn't suit me well. Adios. Go. But instead you're hanging on. No, don't come back to me. No. You went and you did something that was uncalled for, not suitable for a committed relationship. Then you keep going. Don't come back. That's your attitude should be. If it's not, then me and the ugly stick will have a visit with you. You're lucky, aircraft and flight is not that easy these days. No, no, don't look at her photos at all. Those photos worth shit. Those photos resemble and has the look of the girl is the same look as the girl that you used to know when she hadn't cheated on you. So when you look at those pictures, you will see that girl, and that's why you feel, oh. But if you update the character that goes along with that picture, which today that character is not the same character as it was years ago, you update that character with when you see her picture, then you'll see that character is no longer beautiful. It's done lots of wrong things. Not loyal, not committed, cheated on you. Instead of breaking up with you and going to do whatever the hell she wants to do, she cheated on you while you guys were together. So you pick your choice. You're going to be bringing your standards down, or you're going to stick to your standards and say, I have respect for myself. I don't want a girl who behaves like that. So that's it. Instead, you look at her pictures, you break your heart. No, you tear up the pictures, throw it out. That's it. All right. Hi Gust says, are you a doctor too? No, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychotherapist. The books that I've written is based on my research, personal understanding, and research in psychological opinions and masters of hundreds of years ago, and in movement of the psyche and some neuroscience and understanding the movement of the relationship between thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, mechanical process, order, and all these together can help me to deliver through the research I've done, not having any credible medical expertise of any kind. Scott McAfee says, Maron, you helped me get over my ex. Now my brother Spencer is hurting from his girlfriend leaving him. I keep telling him to do your Skype session. Love your podcast. Well, delighted that you find the channel helpful and that you enjoy the podcasts. And I don't know if this is considered podcast or not, but I guess it is. What's the difference? But somehow the ones who are having access to podcast systems, they somehow get a lot more visibility. And I got to learn how that's done. But I always thought this is a podcast on its own. So why should I need to do the other one? And your brother is welcome if if he wishes, he can go on my site, make an appointment. And as a new client, when he registers for 1 hour, I'll throw in another hour and we'll have a longer session in that one session. And we'll discuss what's concerning him one-on-one on Skype. Chuckster says, oh shit, there's a stick. Yes. And it's got your name on it. Male 38, PA, Philadelphia. What is it? It's so easy to go to Pasadena, Philadelphia. I said, Marin, can you swear about something for me to? Fuck you, no. I'm not here to be disrespectful, jackass. So, yeah, actually, it says it makes me feel better. It makes me feel better too when I swear. That's a wonder drug. So, uh, Hi, Gus says, are you half Serbian and half Chinese? Yes, but I have two other halves, and is half German, half French, and the other one that is Russian, and then of course I have some French blood in me, and Japanese. I'm partly Japanese. So where the heck are you getting all that information? Half Serbian, half Chinese. All right. Mr. Airfeld says, didn't expect the stick. Oh yeah, it's here. So I do my best to not think about her. Her contacting me has just caught me off guard and riled up my feelings. Thank you, Miran. I will do my best. You better, because simply logically it doesn't make sense. I don't know why she contacted you anyhow. Why did she contact you? What the hell did she want? You could say, what, wasn't enough to have, to have the knife in my ear now, twisting it? Let go. Why do you say she contacted you? She didn't contact you. Got desperate and looked at her recent photos, and it broke. Come on. It's a biological entity that you simply look at, and then instead of updating the file and character that she has and the way she treats you right now at this moment, you're simply allowing the past behavior, which was appropriate in your mind at the time and the stage of your relationship, to represent that biological presentation of her when you look at the pictures. But in fact, you got to update the character of the day with those pictures when you look at, and then you will see that the pictures on their own, when you update the right character of the day to them, they're not attractive anymore. They're not desirable anymore. But when you don't see exactly as it is, then it's like, I don't know, some kind of a, um, apple made out of wax and colored properly in the window with lights on, and you think it's a real apple. But you got to have the right data and right information. What is the real character? It looks like an apple, but does it have the taste and the character, the smell of the apple? If it does, then you think of it differently. If it doesn't, you got to know that. When you look at someone's picture and you don't know the character of the day, it's just like that apple with the wax. It looks like an apple, looks delicious, but really, if you figure out what really is made out of today, then you'll see I cannot give all those good credentials to this apple. It looks the same, but it's not the same. All right. Chuck's there. Thank you. Hi, Gus. I'm now beginning to think that you're a troll. Because, yeah, I think you're a troll. It just, so why don't you just, since you don't seem to have any proper question, you're just running around. Let me give you a timeout. Or should I block you at all? Get rid of it. Yeah, maybe we block you. All right. If you don't have enough respect for this conversation here. You're just coming here with, stuff that is childish. We'll invite you to go out, not in. All right. Arifel says, wished me a happy new year on 6th of January, and in her own words, because she would regret not wishing me that. Probably just selfish impression management for herself. Yeah, of course. Just don't pay attention to her. Maximum you say, if anything, don't even respond. Don't even dignify that, because it's not for you. It's just bullshit. Just say thank you, you too. That's it. Thank you, you too. Meaning, get going. French say dégage. Il n'y a pas de pain ici. That means go away. There's no bread here. Meaning, allez, go. Oh yeah, Chuckster, I do come up with things now and then. All right, guys. So what do you say, guys? Should we end the program tonight? We hadn't had trolls for a long time now, but tonight we got 2-3 of them. That was funny. All right, what do you guys say if we just call it a night, and I'll have some tea. Yeah, of course, Chuckster. Yeah, I do. No worries. All right. So I guess we can all go and have our tea and do whatever else it is that we want to do. What time is it? Well, it is just before 10 p.m. here, just about 15 minutes. I'm still debating, should I go for a walk or not? The whole seawalk was all closed up with all these debris and lumber and things that the ocean had brought onto the seawalk. It was a disaster, pretty much. So I had to kind of climb over these trees that were, covering or closing out the walkway. And there were big trees too. The trunks, yay big, just super big trees. Is it cold in Vancouver? Not anymore tonight. It went up to minus 11 a couple of weeks ago. And then it's been snowing off and on ever since, lots of snow here and there. Now it's only 3 degrees Celsius. So 3 degrees Celsius is like, I don't know, short sleeve, pretty much. It's not, to us, it's not cold, really. It's like, okay, fresh. And yeah. Yeah, it's between 2 and 3 these days. Last night it was 1, -1, then 1. Night before, I guess. So, Arifel says, we can call it, I'd only be asking about my dumb ex anyway. A bad dream just woke me up. So I caught your stream despite it being 6 a.m. here. Oh, 6 a.m. there. Oh, well, you can go back to sleep. Listen, don't pay attention to these dreams or this and that. So they have no meaning. They have no message or anything. It just means you're horny and you're thinking about the most recent girlfriend you had. That's it. There's nothing else to it. And if you don't find some other girl and you keep looking at her pictures, you think you really miss her, you really love her. No, you're actually being horny. That's what happens. So find something. Um, Shuckster says, just don't get detained by the Ovid Gestapo. Yeah, that's right. You can't, the kind of environment we have now, we can't even say the words. It's terrible. It's like such a stupid way of what governments are doing. Gaurav says, lucky you, it's minus 13 Ottawa. Oh, yeah, well, we had it minus 11, but we got used to it. It wasn't, it wasn't that cold anymore. Brandon says, is it worth being friends with my ex GF who broke up? No. Who broke up with me? She wanted to stay friend. No. But I refused at first. Good. But I really miss our friendship. No. Before the relationship to no. Don't be fooled. You're not missing her. Who would miss someone who doesn't want to be with him? Who would miss a girl who doesn't want to be continue the relationship? You're missing the sex, intimacy, the ego that you had created, the image you had created of yourself in your own mind about yourself, and that image included her in it. Now you want to see that image, and you want others to see you as someone who has a girlfriend, thinking that makes you more than what you are. No, if the girlfriend is not committed, if it's not meeting your standards, it's useless. It's waste of time. Spend your time to better yourself in many different ways: wisdom, education, work, expertise, fitness level. And then in the process, if you find somebody that is meeting your standards and you meet hers, then you have something that you have at least spend your time in preparing for such interaction. Otherwise, keep going after the same girlfriend who already was your girlfriend, didn't work out somehow. For one reason or another, it's not working out. It didn't work out. So why do you want to keep going back to it? Don't. All right, guys, I think that's it. We should call it off. There's no more questions. And that's when I say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here. Give me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to our next live stream. And that could be any time. And it could be tomorrow, maybe about, I don't know, 1 o'clock or 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I don't know. Just subscribe and click on the bell and click on the option all or always, whatever it is. And then if I go live, it will hopefully inform you and give you a notification. And I just answered the question before I read the question. Brendan says, how often do you do this? Pretty much every day now. Usually around this time, 8:30 to 9:30 or 10 o'clock, sometimes later. And sometimes it's also possible to have it at maybe 1. I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow I'll have some workout, and that would be usually earlier on. So I may have another one tomorrow about 8 o'clock or 8:30, something like that. But again, subscribe, click the bell, and choose the option all or always. Then at least you will know if I go live. Carmo says, cheers, have a good walk. If you do, thank you very much, Carmo. Appreciate that. Chuckster, good night. Careful, my friend. Thank you very much, Chuckster. And Brandon says, Vancouver time. I'm assuming, yes. Always Vancouver time, correct. Yes. And don't you guys forget to check my site, mindthatseekstruth.com. I put the link up there. And look at the ebook and so on, and take a look at the table of contents of Me, My Psyche, and I highly recommend that book. And of course, you're welcome to make an appointment with me to discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel,
and go through the videos that you might be interested in, mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.
But we too, like the iceberg, have 1,000 times bigger powers that is not visible, and we must. Why? Is it something we're rambling on and I expect you to accept it? Or is there actually another power within us? Would you come and help me out? Okay. What I want you to do is put your hands underneath my arms and just lift me up. There we go. Okay, now, that's my physical part, right? Same thing. Again, with that. Just want to see if there's any difference. Go ahead. Now, go ahead. Now, this, go ahead, when you're ready.
Go ahead.
So you see, this is different than what he was doing, and I'm not really doing anything. You're convinced?
Yeah.
So are you guys convinced that there is something other than, thank you. Thank you very much.